Okay, real quickly, see if you can take this part with the access of the pen. Just going to zoom in and use the space bar to just do the outline, the outer silhouette of this piece. Doesn't sound good. For that, just clicking that apart. And again, you're trying to use the least amount of points just to get this outer edge as a posterized piece is what this becomes. So you're trying to get a quick sketch in here. Back that up a bit. And remember, if you curve, you're bringing the drag, you're curving out the two handles at the same time. But by zooming in or command minus or plus lets you take this section out pretty quickly. And then, like these curves, if you go to the top and bottom of the curve and just drag the handle, it gets you a pretty good and a quick curve on this. Spacebar again lets you move the point before you let it go. So it's taking just a little bit, and what we'll use is the inside parts, because it is illustrated. It's what they call the posterized look to it. Even though the drawing they use, it looks like it's been used a lot, so that the lines are pretty much severed out there. But here's the shape, so that if you hit Command X, you'll see that's the outer edge. Command X just keeps it as a stroke, and then Command click to deselect it. And then window shade out the paintbrush, and you have next to it the blob brush. And what you want to try to do is to see if you can illustrate this. Now this has a slope to it, and I went into the brush palette to grab some brushes that you can take out. And this gives it a little bit of a curve. And you're trying to, ever so carefully, see if you can illustrate these parts. So you may have to wrap around some of them like so. But when you take the selection tool, you'll notice, and Command X, you'll see it's a shape that you're creating with this tool. So it's a little bit different than the brush, and a little bit of motor dexterity with your mouse. It's almost like using a Sharpie marker on top of this. And the bracket keys will make the brush a little bit larger or smaller. So you're trying to illustrate that. Thin the thick there. And taking the mouse, kind of giving it a line segment here. And again, once it touches, it's set. You can preset it, but it'll give you that dimension to it. So just trying to stretch it across there. So that's given me the major part of it there. Character in there. can always adjust it with the reversing it so you can see the stroke. Brush in there. And kind of building this up. So that'll give you the, so you're kind of painting this out, and it'll be the reverse type in here a little bit. Like I said, you can go back and refine it, but we'll just get the basics of it down here first. Okay, so there's the initial drawing. I'll turn off the scan here. Select this outer portion. And just lock that part. And select all of the part that's the reverse section, this black part. That's that section. And with the Pathfinder, well, first of all, we'll unlock all of it first. Make a duplicate down here. Then lock the orange. Select all of this black part. Just make it a color so you can see it. Different color. And unify it there. And then just select unlock all of it. Punch that part out. So now you have that selection made. And it can be refined, so we can refine it next.